Okay. Very thanks.
On the low. Inaonekana leo kumekuwa na sad mood.
Definitely. Yeah. So it happens that I don't know when this podcast will be aired, but I'm assuming it should be next week.
It will be this week.
Today's on a Tuesday. Okay, so it will be out this
Friday.
On Friday. All right. So maybe it will still make
Friday
sense.
ingine there on Monday. Sijui. I'll check it out. Sijani wewe utakuwa tu na podcast by the end of
the reason I'm asking that is because I wanted to mention the reason of the Sombaya SOMBR.
Okay, namruya.
Come on, I was always alert in my English class. I don't know, it's just a sad day. Today Brand Chira is being laid to rest. Now, don't get me wrong, I honestly don't like indulging or touching on the trends. But I felt like I needed to mention this because it has kind of given me some reasons to pick up on some lessons I have learned from all this. I'm not the kind of person who is going to comment on who this person was, what they did, what they didn't do. No. That's not my position in life. I don't know what you think because I look at this whole situation and what breaks my heart is to imagine how many flowers. I'm not literally just talking about you. One person who likes giving you receiving flowers, which is a really nice thing. But when you look at how many people have come to give the flowers of wow, this guy had a good heart. There was something to this guy, and people turning up big time. And what breaks my heart is the fact that he didn't get to see this when he was alive. So that brings me to the point of, can you give me my flowers when I'm still alive? And for sure, I'm gonna reciprocate. What do you think? It's not a laughing matter, but
everybody ameamua kuwa broadcaster wa hiyo. I was like, si walikuwa wanajua kuna msi atachannel stuff, mbona wase wangekaa mtaani? Singekuwa aired. Why do you have to compete with who's gonna do? Ili kama ku compete who's gonna take the content first. No. You have to, like hata ukiangalia the whole place, kila mse akona kamera. Hadi hakuna ati mse amekaa hivi. Yaani kila mse akona kamera juu ni content ya probably push their social.
Bwana sijui tutawahi kusamehea na mimi, but because today is a Saturday, let's go on. We're making it sadder.
So, unapata ni ngumu. Like kila mse anajaribu kupush channel yake ndio onekane ndio inapata probably the latest content, amekuinform what's happening, but mimi nasema tu ni bullshit man. Inamsaidia na nini huyo? As much as sijui kufanyia the grandma Kenya alikuwa anataka. Inamsaidia na nini? Huo nigga si alikuwa anaendanga live. Watu ngapi walikuwa wanaendanga kumwekea cash kusema najua sasa ndio wase wanakuwa wanajifanya ndo wako most kusema manzi sasa ndio tunamuelewa, kumbe Kenya alikuwa anafanya ilikuwa ni moves za depression. But ni kukap tu, like you're just pretending for the growth of your followers ama
kuna kitu, there are things you've mentioned and they have brought some things in my mind. I had not even looked at it that way. So number one, I'm looking at, do you think that content creators are of late just going too far to push for content?
Yep.
And then number two, you've brought up the issue of people wanting to be empathetic now, where he was alive, which is also the same point I was trying to say, they were not there. So it kind of looks pretense, all right? Yep. And then now they also want to support and raise money, they want to support now the grandma, when the grandchild has left us, okay? So how is this support? Okay, fine. Maybe people might feel there's something he used to do or support his grandma. I don't know. So they wanna step into that. But now that brings me, I've seen it's a trend every time someone passes on, especially celebrities or people with big names. Sorry to bring this up, but previously we had just buried Kitum, and you saw what happened. That after Kitum's death, because there's a house he had promised to build for his dad. Now it was made like the dream came true so fast. I think it was the fastest built house in the country we have ever witnessed. And I'm like, are people waiting for people to die to make their dreams come true? Are you seeing that trend?
I say actually see it's only that now it's being inachukuliwa kwa kamera pale.
Yeah, so it's something
that was even kwa society. Ni wasiwa ngapi watu wanakuwa mchukia ndoa kusema ule shida yake ni kushinda huko sijui amelala huko na mama ama kazi yake ni pombe kila wakati. Wacha nende mazishi ule nani unakumbuka ule jamaa alikuwa na like now like it's
even during the eulogy everyone just wants to say something good about them. But I think now it has been pushed a little bit further. We were just saying before the podcast began, why are people making death look like your like
the next project ya kutafuta kiki?
Oh my God.
Sure kuna
it's crazy.
Mimi as a bet hatutakaa sana kupata msichana za prank kusema Dave na
oh my God. You think someone can do that?
The media effect, they do it with the love and wase. Kuna siku wasali wanakushindiki na kurepia na kusema nilikuwa nimerepiwa tena sijaripiwa.
Yeah. And then they come and do something and then now it kind of hits.
I think bora iko kwa camera is what people want.
No, kiki ifai kupushiwa to that extent. When it comes to death is death. What a death but you do it for.
Mimi nasema nani alisema if you help a person lazima you put a camera in front of it. You don't want to know. Kama like why are you showing us? Nikasa uenda kuhelp mimi sema like even like how Wazungu do say we are going to Africa to help these kids. Where are you putting it on a camera? Why don't you ufunge virago? Why don't saidiane? Alafu rudi kwa if that was the essence. Lakini if unajua ili kwa ni essence ya kuraise either popularity yako ndo uweze kumanipulate watu na their fans. Kama sahi are we even gonna know like hiyo pesa yote itabu whatever was intended.
Oh yeah.
8 million
is a lot of money.
Na kama wasee mnataka kusupport content creators, mseme mahali basi to create to an account, basi mko mnaweka hizi ndo ma content creators basi wajiinue.
Yeah.
If you want to help them that much. Na mnajua you are the same people you don't stream people's content. Na wewe ndio utakuwa tu ule mse utakuja kwa DM junsia na kule kwa kamera. Udhani ati ni pesa uanze kumkopa na even the last time you pushed their content I don't know when you went unaona then wakisha kufa wanasema nilikuwa juu ndo msali alikuwa deadly
why they give me my flowers
when I can
smell them I can feel them and then at least do you know how much that pushes someone now let me say something though I want to appreciate a few of people that I know that man I meet them and they're like boom, we love what you're doing. Let me tell you, every time you do that, I may not be able to just express it enough or show it enough, but it goes a long way. Like how many times someone just tells you, whatever you're doing is amazing. That alone goes a long way.
No,
I'm talking about the genuine one. The way you can always read energy. You can always know when it's genuine and when it's not genuine. Yep. When it's genuine, you can even feel it. And it keeps you, kama kidogo umeanza kuzembea, kidogo unafeel, I'm also not feeling maybe whatever I'm doing. People are digging whatever I'm doing. And so I'm going to keep going. And I think that is what people need to normalize. So that time ya mtu ikifika, ameondoka ama let's say you that time because sometimes you realize even with creative it happens a lot.
Hata niko na idea. What if hata sini mwana wasi wanaweza 8 million. Si wako tu wanatafuta wanasema by then kuna event ina happen leo msanii. Tuchangeni tuendeni sisi wote. You pay the 8 million kila msanii ana kanjo yake. So wameinua msanii mbona wanapelekea kile MCK pesa zetu basi. Like there are a lot of ideas manze za kudu with that but why
you expound on that? What do you mean like
sikuna msanii alichukua kamera akasema let's fundraise. Why don't you sema kuna hii concert na happen na huyo msanii then sikunajua kuna sema hata everybody wants to experience na hizi hapo useme we are raising this for people kwenda for entertainment as in doing it for positivity. Why does it ikifika ni negativity ndio wasee uchangamka? Mbona president sasa anaweza sema ametuma na dozi inasaidia mtu mgonjwa ama mtu anasafa mahali ama fundraise kujengea kitu. Yes it was good but wale wasee wako uhai na wafanyie nini? Una tax wasanii na enough hata dozi unapata hazipo. Unaona like you are still creating chaos but ukipata opportunity ya kupicture wewe image yako ndo mzuri that's when you want to utilize that moment to paint your picture well but you're still a bullshit person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bullshit is a big word. No, I think in bottom line, what we're saying is let's stop waiting for something negative to happen. Ndio we want now to step in, ndio tujui to feel tuonekane to associate. Am I helping? Am I stepping up? Am I knew this person? It doesn't make sense to that dead person at that time. It would have made sense when they were alive. All right. That said and done, I'm gonna say, rest in peace, Chira. Of course, it breaks my heart. Death is the worst thing that can happen to someone. I would not wish that to anyone, especially when it's, I call it premature or untimely, especially when you're a young person. You're still beginning to discover yourself. You're still, beginning to chase after your dreams, and it happens. So that was a loss for sure in the creative creation world, in creative content creation world. All right, but that is still, because that is what we were concentrating on. I think so many times we have talked about how we feel like art could appreciated, and but then it also brings me to the point that we, the artists, also we also have to step up and also push. And I'm talking like that because you're one person who's really been helping the people who we work together, to just push ourselves, tujitume wale ya kusimama tuseme mbona mna supporting content ya Nigerians ama ya South Africa na muone content yetu, but then are we really pushing for that? Yeah. So I feel like even we as artists, content creators, we gotta push for it. Hakuna excuse. Yeah.
Sasa unajua ubaya ni ati sisi ni producers, and tuna produce a commodity. The consumers wanna consume the commodity different. So wana corrupt how we think. Sasa kuna msee anasema muziki si tu kuhusu muziki. Like they want to interpret it different, but ukisikia msee akisema hivyo, high chances ni ati wewe si msanii. Unang'ang'ana kukimbiza the fame ndio ujulikane. Yes, kuna hiyo control itakama tablet, but genuinely you don't mind about the craft. Lakini kuna msee ana mind kuhusu the craft. Like I mind how my video is. I mind how the information is. I mind how like ngoma like conscious. Lakini utapata wase watakimbia sana kubash the wrong thing you've done, but hawatakimbilia to congratulate the good things you have done. Unaweza kuproduce good music, then immediately mi wangalia, I ain't hating, I'm just saying, look at the hype wase upia kama mseka ya mrapama, sindio? Like whatever he does, I nanga anarukadi kwa matope, like it makes sense. The competition wase washamuonyesha ukidu a lot of ujinga, penda hiyo stuff. Yes, unaweza sema ni creativity, but as in kuna mse kama leo nimepana na bodi nasema, I think kids imitate wase wabigi, sindio? So creating some word ya kuimitatiwa. So as in mnaonyesha attention towards what, msikuja kublame kwanza sisi kama creators. I'm sure kuna wase wana create genuine informative content, but mnasema haina juu probably it doesn't pay with the views azifiki pale, probably the popularity haiko. Then msi akujafanya something stupid, then all of you react. Then kitu umerejeta kwa mseni, this is what I'm supposed to keep doing for these people to continue coming.
Because the moment he does something different, somehow anapoteza.
Exactly. Then sasa the same people who are kuklap you ukifanya some stupid thing, you're gonna do it again and again. Then they're gonna be the same people who's gonna bash you. Being like, where is she not now kufanya ufala?
But then don't you think we as creative, we need for a moment to forget about what the fans say or meant, and just do your stuff and just be consistent with whatever you're doing? Because I feel if you put your focus on what how people reason, the fans reason, because you come to agree that the Kenyan entertainment industry is one of the hardest industries to penetrate. To us, of course, to us. With the fans, they don't understand that. It's very difficult. For Kenyans, content inawasewa na kuanga rahisi. That's what I'm talking about in Kenya, and that's why utapata. And I know this will and can be used against me because a lot of content creators. But I'm just saying it's the truth. You look at, there are a few who, when they started their dream in the country, they realized this. I can't pull through here. Because they were able, they probably moved to, say, SA. Alright? And in SA, kind of their content was recognized internationally. And now, guess where they are? Hollywood. That's where they're making it. And I mean, I'm talking about someone like Elsa Majimbo. Look at her. I know Kenya in market does not really even appreciate her at all. Like Squeezy and everyone is just bashing her. But then I look at it, I'm like, guys, really? This girl has worked hard for her, whatever, her content and stuff. Hakuappreciatiwa huku Kenya. Whether hizo story anambiananga ni za jaba ama ni za ukweli, she's just pushing her stuff. So why do you always have to, like, every time she does something, backlash? Anyway, that's all. I was just mentioning why at times I feel like the Kenyan industry is quite difficult to understand, to penetrate, to feed. Like, you're just always wondering, what do these people want? But I can get to a point I'm feeling, you know what? Just do your thing. Consistency, just do it. Ukipata pesa zako ukijisikia unataka kwenda Liberia or Burkina Faso, then from there someone will identify you. There's something you said about how kids imitate, and unikama umerecommend yangu. I wanted to ask you. I don't know if you have plans to being a dad in future, and a dad doesn't really mean you siring a child. You can be, like a father figure to kids. So how would you want to mold your children when you realize they are showing some interests in the artist world, in the creative kind of space? Una realize mtoto kuna kitu ninaona watu wanaona. Having learned now from our past how we didn't get people who get us.
For me kwanza ni how I express my freedom, but the risk in kuanga for we go to that direction and now coming to now handling another person.
Yeah.
Meaning, and the same way pia mimi, like somehow we don't merge with whatever my parents were telling me. No, like kuna a lot of difference. The experience they were from a different level as them. So me mentality yangu inakuanga, I have no plan of how I'm gonna influence the kid. May it be making them better, I'm driving them in another direction. It will find his direction. My only intention is to make sure myself I'm maintaining my true identity. No. I'm thinking to this kid who is looking up to me. That the world is so corrupt. I feel like the control of the kid's life. Ile ya kufila tijumini mzazi mimi najua mo. Kuna hiyo coexist with me working with them, because I believe hata when nilikuwa na jiangalia ukiwa mtoto wakati ulikuwa unacheza, in your mind you used to know past time fulani is so dangerous for me, leave alone the parent. Hata for me kukuwa nje, but for a parent anakuwa mjinga, you don't hata wewe najua sasa kama a parent immediately kama mtoto wako and tu hivyo kwa kichwa chako unajiambia this kid doesn't know how to calculate risk, but take yourself back as a kid and see hata ukienda kuswim the most dangerous places in your mind, you need to know how it's dangerous, but the kind of version of raising to not bring like you are not correct, whatever I'm telling you is what it is. So our mind pia imekuwa raised a lot of dependency. Like umekuwa focus na kuambia option ni moja. So hata growth yako
inakuwa kind of limited.
So looking at that now, taking it down to somebody who's gonna come under my care, I wanna at least do something different from that. Like I wanna understand them first before I bring in my rules. No matter when I'm the one who knows better. My work ni like kujua like ni yeye ni mfungwa kwa under me and me ndio shepherd. Kazi yangu ni kuleta the pastures. Yeye ni choose between these pastures which is favorable for them. I think that's according to the knowledge I have up now. Like that's the best way
that you can. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. And wow, Maze, you just reminded me. Mimi nakwambia niliingia pale Facebook, one of the podcasts, you guys, if you haven't checked out Legally Bold episode 6, it was fire. You remember we were having a conversation about sleepovers, how far is too far, up to what point can you talk about such a certain conversation with someone that you just met. Yeah, you can maybe share a personal sleep ranking for them to just indulge and see what they've been missing on. Now, let me tell you, as I don't know, I can call that kind of conversation PG. You know those programs where you would have like it's PG. Kuna age I find kusikiza hiyo. Guess who I find having liked that particular one? My mama.
Yeah, your mom loves your content.
Not a particular content. She can love all my content. But let me tell you, it's a trap. It's a trap. Do not be lying to me, it's a trap. Yo, let me tell you, it's a trap because I know ile siku atafunguka. Atasema nama wa boy. And you know, now that brings me to, I'm looking at myself as my mom's child. It doesn't matter how old I am. My mom is always like, I don't like that. I don't like what you're putting on there. I have an issue with how you talk there. Okay, she ain't a control freak. Don't get me wrong. And she's like, yo, go do your thing. All right. But I kind of feel like she's still, kuna vitu nafanya ni vile tu siwezi nikakutandika viboko. Otherwise
but is it the same to your brothers? Unajua wanaume na wanawake sometimes you guys complain, but nikuja kurealize upendo ya pale si the same. Wanaume ni juu hore.
My mom literally told me that the last time we juu hore. So she literally used that line on me.
So I think
but if you also don't understand what juu hore is, it's an Arabic language. It's an Arabic from Ethiopia. I'm Hali. Ethiopia unaongeanga?
Unachanganya.
Ninachanganya. Wejua it's an Arabic word. It's an Arabic language that means wewe unaona kifaranga ikifika age fulani mama yake anaembeanga yo get busy jipe shuki wachana na mimi. So now when your mama tells you wejua it means wewe ni kifaranga ambaye you're that kachik that she's done protecting you by at this point.
You are a beaten chick.
You get it out. Now you're asking whether it's the same with brothers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk on my no, I can't talk a lot about people who are not here before. I'm told nani alikwambia wewe ndio uniongelelea kwa podcast.
Ndio kama unafaa ulete mmoja hapa tu.
Tutamleta. Wacha nikwambia kuna mmoja kwanza ninamulika, lazima atakuja hapa apige story.
Jina zako wewe una complain, kuna a lot of questioning na wao wanajiuliza. Kwa nini aliacha kujali? Kwa nini sahau pia mimi?
I'm gonna say this for sure. I feel like my parents, where I come from, they're always that with everyone. Whether you're 50 years old, you're 30, you're nini, as long as you're mtoto wako, they still gonna be like,
brothers hapo kwa comments. Unajua comments ndio naomba kuja. Brothers hapo kwa comments tandika. Nataka.
Kwa nini wangapi?
Sijui but we gotta know.
You gotta know. At least I nimecheza safe. Sijawaona. But I think wanavujana as well. Excuse unafanyanga kazi gani? Mbona? Kwa nini unipigie simu? There's always that check up on, all right? But that now I was saying how I look at this situation and I'm like, here I am chasing my dreams as a creative. We very well know in our society creatives how they are viewed, all right? Now I am a mother. So you can see how my mom is watching out for me. And I would say it's a love of a mother. I am not complaining whatsoever. I would have been worried if, first of all, she didn't give a shit about what I do. If she didn't even appreciate, after come at me comment, I'm like, at least she's there, she's checking out, all right? Now I look at myself now as a mother, and I'm looking at my children, and I'm like, of course, I can see a lot of myself in these children. I'm like, it's even gonna be double trouble because they have been able to identify themselves when they're so young, okay? But then I keep wondering, so if I want those to have the same interest in what I'm doing, if I hold their hand and I'm like, I'm gonna support this child, will the society be like, okay, fine, I know we keep saying fuck society, but will the society look at me and be like, huyu anapoteza mtoto wake, wait, someone help this child. You know? Like, will they be like, wait, don't. No, that's not the way to raise your child.
Like, this your society pressure imefuck up wasi wengi. Sijui unaweka mapema, umezaa mapema tu ya msichana hafai kuzaa sijui time fulani. Wanaume sijui saa hii unataka kufanya million jobs to kuwa na 60 baby mamas tuliambiwa wanaume haiwezi kuwa na mwanamke mmoja. Like there's a lot of crap put in our mind. Hapo like sasa umekanishwa hapo wasisa wa kujudge, make the wrong choice. When you make a good one, ain't no hands up.
No one gives you thumbs up.
They just be like, okay. They shut up. You like kuna idiot.
They don't shut up.
House.
Hey, they don't shut up. They're gonna say there's something fishy this person is doing. I equal to successful.
People don't, as in say say flowers. And that's so bad. And it's so bad that it goes too deep even to homes. Like wachata na society. Ina mzazi wako anakuambia kuwa mimi nataka ukue. na usipokuwa sitakusupport.
Now let me tell you something.
Sacrifice hata wewe ajiulize. If your kid unamwambia how important education is, your kid akwambie mama hadi nimefika, nimeona music kama drama ama creation ni my journey. Like na nimeona ni something I can do, hata sio ni high school kaida itanisaidia. Unaweza nilipia niende chuo. Will you be open? You being under the creators when you being like I trust you, let's try this. Ama utamwambia maliza shule kwanza, then nipate hapa tukuja tuongee.
This is my thinking. Now that you asked that question, I have a feeling that as much as the system, our school systems do not really help us with our areas of specialty, somehow they still give you guidance on how to manage a few things here and there. Because at the end of the day, content creation and the artistic world in general, at the end of the day, it's business. You need to know how to run your business. So if my daughter is in high school, she's going to high school and she tells me, Mom, I feel like high school is going to be wasting time to me. Can you just pay for me, maybe like say a talent academy or kind of thing? So this is going to be my reason. Baby girl, you know I got you, but I need you to finish this. Not for me, but for you. It's going to help you manage these passions of yours that you have. So what we can do though, we can organize for some programs. Maybe over your holiday, when you're on your holiday, it's maybe a long holiday, we can do a week or two, you go and get some skills from that for you to push your passion, all right? But I'm not going to tell you to quit school. So I still believe in education. What I don't believe in, ni kuimpose ati, kama you're not making it, if you're not giving me certain grades, you're going to fail in life. I don't believe in that. Because honestly, I'm one of those kids that I didn't go to school with pressure. Somehow, my school life ilikuwa bila pressure, and I was a smart student, and I got smart grades. But then at times I look at that, I'm like, easy grades surely. Kutafuta area ya tripizia.
Lakini wewe your papers are clean. I think at the minute the same, education is just an option. Unaona, it's just an option kukwambia ukienda pale nje kuna image society make. I think that's a smart move for the economy if that's the kind of situation imejipata kwa such a question. Where tangu all the papers you have kept clean for the survival mode survive kama an adult. Have you ever had to niambie ni mara ngapi comparing the zenye pull out a paper na zenye kuja pull out a paper they depended on the life skill. Si kichule.
Trust me, that question, that is the most deep relevant question nimesikia so far, because it is so real that the papers I have, which is so smart, I love my papers. Every time I look at them I smile. And my life skills, hizi papers manze hazijaniwakia magic. Like I worked myself, I worked my ass off in that paper 1 mao, paper 2 mao, nini. I passed. But siezi nikakwambia, okay fine, they did.
I wish ningeenda entertainment.
But you know what, at the end of the day, I still feel like being in that system, somehow kuna kitu ili mold in me. Fine, you're right. Hizo papers, life skills zimenifaitia. My papers of life skill, ndizo zimenipush. Like they have stood up for me in so many ways, man, I can't even explain. So that even when I was in a formal job, I've told you so many times, I worked in a bank for like 3 years. Guess what? These people were more interested on what I've been doing, and I was there saying, I acted in Antibos, I acted, and then, wait, you acted in Antibos, unajua huyu msichana anaitwa nani? Tuko in an interview forum, and the guys on the interview panels are so excited to hear that I've been doing this. And how my papa said, they're not like, oh, we see you got this in maths, we see you had this in campus. You know, okay, fine, I know they checked that, but it looked like they entrusted me with the department they were taking me of communication. Why? They felt like, somehow I've been exposed, I've been doing a lot of media stuff, and they were like, this guy can do it. So at the end of the day, as much as I still want to hold on with that, education for me, I feel into a fight because I've seen kids who struggle because half a pass. I'm like, come on. So because you got your D in KCSE, that's it. And look at life. What is life? Literally, I think even it's BN of Sauti Sol who's talked about the D student on
unafanyia ndo kampuni.
The company, you know. The A student is the employee there. The B student is the part of the shareholders. Maze, that is exactly how life is. And that's why I keep pushing that. There are times that people feel like when you're exposing your children to the creative space, especially if they don't have the passion, they do not have the passion. let people chase what they're passionate with. Okay, kuna mtu mazee yeye passion yake ni white collar. You can't force that person to tap into creative world, no. So if I realize my children are artistic, they're artists by nature, I'm gonna find a way of molding that and not showing them that no, this is a useless skill in life. I will mold that for sure. I will still mold the education in them, but I will never make them feel useless in life because they did not get certain grades. That's how I view it on my end.
The balance of this life in crooked. Me mwenyewe when tu nimeketi kuna wase we finished college with them.
Yeah.
Me actually I feel they went back bado work. Sometimes I think we are trying to predict the future kutumia information tumekuwa nayo from the past.
Yeah.
But as a human I feel tunafaa to disconnect from the iso words that we want to control the future and we want to study the past knowing that it is enough information to predict the future. Do you not fuck up a lot of things? If the society was ready to change venye tumepokea hizo skills, mimi nikasema skills za maisha actually probably ulifunzwa na mama yako kuishi na watu, zile za home kujipikia nini, the life skills zilikuwa moyo. Wachana zile ulikuwa unaitanga mentorship kule shule, sio walikuwa busy au si walikuwa busy.
I actually had a mentorship when I was in high school. I never even talked to her one time, like ever. To niliunganisha na yeye someone close to me, and she was like, from today this is your mentor. I'm like, hi, bye.
So walikuwa na YouTube wanatafuta the craziest story of drugs. Wanakuja kupitia hapo. Wanapitia kwa.
There was YouTube back then. Okay, unajua me and you, we don't exist in the same.
Sasa sijui labda kulikuwa na kusoma vitabu, kwenda kuna mwenyewe ashaitambia story, ashaituambia na kuchili sasa nao wase wenyewe madawa zimewatandika ndio wapate content. Unaona? So it's not even about you, it's about the exchange of the money.
Yeah.
The life skill itakuja. Mimi naweza sema the benefit of probably kukua. Kuna difference alienda chuo day na kuna msee alienda chuo boarding.
Were you in boarding?
I was boarding high school.
Okay.
No. Kuna ule msee, kuna difference amekaa karibu na mzazi, kuna msee amekaa mbali na mzazi. Kuna bwana semanga wewe unategemea mzazi, mimi nategemea na mzazi. Like different lanes. But the ground breaking rule ni jua kuishi na watu. That's the like hata ukienda hiyo shule unaenda kuishi na watu, unaenda kuishi na walimu, unaenda kuishi na wanafunzi. Unaona? Hiyo skill ya kujua kuishi na watu and getting a benefit out of that and without misusing people. You were say your stuff ya misuse was say in get peer into people too much. Unaona, kila mtu anajaribu kuchase what can I gain from you very fast before we gain. Unaona, so hiyo life skill mimi na feel tukaput more weight on the life skill ndio tuweze ku start msee bila tu hizi systems za kusema ukianza kukaa hivi sasa umeshakuwa hivi, like giving every person that genuine benefit of doubt. Then what disconnect from following everything everybody is saying. Juu hata huyo Albert Einstein was anapenda kumsifu. That nigga was just trying to live another day. Nyinyi ndio mlienda kumstudy mkaput hiyo catalog yote yake. I'm sure if he was asked, alikuwa anaishi tu every day. Hata huyo Da Vinci, whoever, everybody is trying to live every day. Na every day ni brand new to everyone. Doesn't matter umesoma 6,000.
No one knows about the next minute.
Every day it's a brand new to everyone. So having that in your mind, ni tunaweza kubali the change. Kama hata kani entertainment industry nasomanga this is a script unafaa kufuata kama msanii ama jiaminie you can define your own script, like you can write your own story. Juu tukianzia pale hii conversation ilikuwa na effect ya the outside effect to you personally. Like the effect may happen kwa Chira juu amekufa but yeah haja enjoy whatever. Sasa how wase wana enjoy the content of growing the tukajua ati kwanza the value inaanza na wewe. Doesn't matter what they are saying, watakuhate for what you are doing good na watakuhate for what you are doing bad. Juu as a creator kazi yako ni ku create, wachie wao wafanye kile wanataka kufanya. Ukiona uko na boss side wase wana hate na wase wana like in the right balance.
You're doing good
in the right balance. But if you are told something good don't let it get into your head.
Yeah.
And if you're told something bad, don't let it get into your heart.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. So when you're told something good, don't let it into your head. When you're told something bad, don't let it into your heart. And that brings me to the point that someone told me that whenever you're facing a lot of negativity, a lot of attacks because of something you're doing, there's something right you're doing. So that it's bothering people so bad, they're like, no way this baby is hacking this. How now? Yeah. And I'm saying this because I've literally experienced the hate. You
then
know?
people do whatever you are doing.
And the same people hating.
To eliminate
Oh
you
my
for them
God.
to get a chance. to
Yes.
do whatever you do.
And let me tell you, I know I'm going to do a podcast later about this, but I cannot, my mouth cannot shut because I'm excited to talk about it. About how the trends I've seen, for instance, in the anime. How people will literally just watch what another person is doing, hate on them, and then they start doing it, and they do like copy and paste. I'm like, what happened to your creativity, originality? What don't you enjoy when you do something that is of your own?
Many lifestyle, watu wengine wanaforce.
Wengine wanaforce. But then again, I tap myself on the back. I'm like, anytime I see someone doing something I'm doing, okay, listen. Someone might be like, come on, there's no, hakuna mtu anakutana kitu mpya all the time.
Whatever you
because of what I'm doing, someone has already done it and tried it. Point is, don't do it exactly the way I'm doing.
Then be the creator behind yourself.
Wait, fine, do whatever Boom is doing, but try and throw in some, finesse. Like it's beautiful when you color it up with your own way of doing things.
And I read a positive comment.
Always you can copy how when I hold the mic the way I talk. You cannot do
Intro yako.
my intro.
Down or down. Desbele kutupiga. Manze.
Do it now.
Kwa mbaya.
Yeah, anyway. Let's just hope. Wadau this leo hawako in the energy space. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You cannot, if you see me doing a poster and a caption, literally you cannot just take the caption and even if it's copy pasted, you can tell a vibe na kitu huyu mtu anakuibia. And I'm always like, me the way I love my originality. My God, there's nothing I love like my originality. Let me do my stupid stuff, whether they're making sense or they're not making sense. Mazina feeling easy ni mimi. Huyu ni Boom. Alright? Yes, naweza kuja nimepika samosa ni a million and one people are cooking samosas. But there's a way you do it. Alright? So in short, what I'm saying is wacha watu wako just do your thing. Stop hating. You're hating and then you're doing the same thing.
Starts and ends with you. Ukikubali ingie kwa kichwa yako.
Exactly.
Know that you utajimes. Ukikubali
ingia kwa roho yako unakuwa na depression.
Sana.
Yeah.
And manze, take care of yourself manze. Kama unapenda kupendana, jipende kwanza. Useme, niliwapea mapenzi wakanifeli. Love yourself first. If you know how to love too much, love yourself first. Venye hautahitaji mtu mwingine akupende. If you love attention too much, jipe attention kwanza before ugoje mtu mwingine akupe attention.
There's something you said when I asked you about how you would raise kids, and there's something very important you say, that you may not know how to guide this child, but what you're gonna do is work on yourself so that whatever you're feeding this child is the real you. And I feel like, parenting has no manual. Mtu anajipatanga pale when you're like, oh my God, where do I start? But with time, I've come to learn, even as a parent, the moment I mold myself, believe in myself, my daughters are gonna come out so confident because they, like you said, kids watch and learn. So if they're going to watch their mom who's always believed in herself, she's always chasing after her dreams, that child will not have troubles at identifying herself and doing confidently what she thinks is her and her very own, right? Even not faking it. Yeah.
Human akona error, human akona good days. Unajua as we are raised uliambiwa, a parent is this perfect.
Hey, man.
Because when they are fighting behind the scenes, until you realize kuna kupigananga and you need to find solutions. That's why probably was wanataka relationships. I'll find the balance. They knew how perfect it's supposed to be.
You have no idea how that's perfect.
Processing. Jumanze, I think if you could listen to your memories, unaanza kumbuka times before mwanamke, labda sitting room wazazi wao walikuwa wanakorofishana mahali. Unaona?
To be honest, I didn't even go through that.
Unaona?
Like it was so picture perfect.
So that picture perfect. So I'm like eliminating that picture perfect. mtoto as much as mimi ni mzazi wako, you're a human. Na as much as pia wewe ni mtoto wangu, you're a human and you're still trying to figure out manze hivi ni umepata. Tunakwambia as per now kwenye tuko. Kujua your family history ime chaos inakotoshana aje. Sasa wachana hiyo familia. Kuja hapa hivi shule. Unaona? Like ujue hiyo shule yenyewe, its identity, the students, na hizi shule zingine, the teachers, the head of the school. Sasa toka hiyo shule yenyewe acha ingie sasa kwa community hapa yenyewe unaishi sasa. Unaona? Like kuna a lot of chaos happening. So processing your brain na focusing in yourself ni tactic moja wasi wanafaa wajue. To that society, the same way it does build you, it runs so fast to crash you.
Sure.
Easily.
Sure. And talking of just being real, even which we didn't get when we were growing up, till this minute, Mimi siwezi curse in front of my 3-year-old daughter, or I cannot shock her inappropriately. She'll be like, "Mom, what did you say? What was that? No, Mom, you don't say that. You should not say that." Let me tell you, you can ask anyone in my household right now who they manapanga. Do not say that. And by this, she says it with a lot of authority. And I cannot tell her, and you don't tell me that. I am always like, "Oh, Mom, I'm sorry. I won't say that again." Why? Because I know I am a human being, and I'm not going to make myself, yes, I'm the goddess, but I'm not, this chick didn't care nothing about my goddessness.
Yeah. Kosea unaadmit. Sasa kidogo wase kuwa na hiyo space ya tukiambiwa by the you've been a shitty person. Ile line say kubwa. Unajua wase ujaribu kupiga. Kuna venye imekuwa ngumu kudili as a cheki, you've been a shitty person. Na either ubadilike tuje kuishi na wewe ama usibadilike. How to know like wase ku create hiyo space leo umeonyesha mtu wako. By the uko na ria ya kujua kuna instances you can take smarter like me. Unaona kuna kitu unaweza not miss note. It's not about age, it's the mind. Na kama nimekosea like niko na right ya kuobey, nimekosea and apologize. Unaona hiyo kiburi ya kuambia ngo the parent is always right, mtoto unafaa kusikiza mzazi. Nilisema let's not forget even stupid people get old.
And as we come to the end of this show, wow, even stupid people get old. We talked about giving flowers. I'm gonna give flowers all the time, anytime, any day, honey, because I know how important it is. And I'm going to start in the space that I'm in the creative space that I'm in. I'm gonna give the first flowers to you because you're one consistent, hardworking, and disciplined nigga I've met so far. When it comes to pushing your work, you know, your craft is one thing you adore. You're one thing that I'm putting my mind in this. That's what, nothing is coming to disrupt this, or you know, yeah. So and because of that, man, we really appreciate you, DCT family, man. I give you so 1,000,001 roses because you're amazing. You have given us a space, or you have just allowed us. We've allowed ourselves to just come out and let ourselves be, and I feel like, yeah, there's somewhere we're heading, you know? Yeah, and just, you know, just appreciating the people in our life, our fans, anyone who just comes, meets me on the way, and you're like, boom, whatever you're doing is working, must pick up yourself big time. It goes a long way. So I'm also appreciating you doing that. If you ever, every time you watch our shows on YouTube, you're dropping a message there, hata kama ni emoji ya kucheka, tunajua umewatch your show na imekubamba. It means a lot, alright? The next thing you can do is sharing our shows out there, you know, share the YouTube links, subscribe, and let the family grow. And as we're growing, we're also growing with you people, all right? We're learning things and we're sharing with you, and we grow together.
Yeah, let's make this flowers. Flowers. Actually, the reason I support the people, I support anybody who interact na yeye. If you show me positive energy, that inakuwa genuine support. Wacha na ya kiki like there's something I can do. Wasi wa focus on money being the only thing you can do. Ni hata kama ni hiyo like yenye najua naweza kujenga. Like that's what I'm gonna do now. The people I'm with right now, you being part of them. I just met someone who was like craving just hata si support mingi kidogo tu ya kuonyesha you're doing the right thing and I'm here with you no matter the challenge. You craft before ijipe hapo ka foundation tu ka support ndo kanakuwa kagumu. Na sisi kama artists we look like it's supposed to come from other people, but me I think no magic with someone being like I want to create a space where like we will be our own foundation before our say will make it a struggle for us. So it's a pleasure pia mimi kukarana wase we can create an ecosystem where my efforts are being recognized na ziko worth it. Juu kama hakungekuwa na value ya mimi kuput my effort there, singe associate na none. So the value is us and the value is within us. Juu hao watu wengine wapo nje. There is a reason mpaka saa hii sijapata hiyo call ya kwanza kuniambia unaweza tuperformia na hii do. There is a reason hakuna msi amekutumia do kwa hiyo namba inarana hapo hata saa juu. Probably unakoja the numbers make sense ama unakoja wasi wengine waseme but just know there are those people now I think inakuwa strangers mostly who be like I think this is something genuine. You're chasing the building of the craft. I think at the end of the day, tunataka equal spaces support your art. And luckily, Diani is the first place to agree, but we want to go as big as we can.
And so far so good. Diani is an amazing place. Definitely, we're getting a lot of support, a lot of appreciation, and we're gonna do more and more and make Diani proud. What did you say? Sikol, Dan, feels able. Nakuna mninja mwingine ametujumu juzi.
Wesh.
Sijui wesh. Mbona inasema?
Assistant camera. Ndiye msanii wangu.
Alifurahia ile ndiye alikuwa kwa credit.
Alijua.
Wesh, kidogo.
Tumesema watu watandikwe flower.
Inaitangwa baptism by fire.
Flower si atuchelewe kupeana. So, pia weka ukisikia tuna flowers unafaa tupe. We are ready to smell them, the scent we collect. Mimi ninaambianga wasi wanafilikana nasemanga vibaya but mimi nasemanga msichachisha mazishi yangu. I think muifanye tu ya kawaida. Saa hii chachisha nikiwa ndio nijue venye unanipenda. Mimi usikae share picha yangu hapo kiniambia venye the way was a dope and the way you love.
Kama mimi nilishare?
Si. Nikidate wacha nayo pia my family anapo type.
Unasema kisha nini?
But saa hii wewe one is the last time uliniweka kwa status yako before nikwambie.
Au kwa ndia vile?
Mimi sina mtu bado sijawa.
I know it. Hi, let's end the show. This guy is about to parade how single he is and how he's looking for a mama and we're not ready together anymore. With that.
Adios.
Bye. Stay real.
Nie.
Dia.